I think the first thing to point out is that diversity and inclusion is not a nice to have. There's a real business imperative. In O2 we have 25 million customers, and it's very important that my workforce in O2 reflects that customer base, because if we don't understand our customers, we can't provide a great service. So there's a real commercial imperative to getting D&I right. But I think the second thing is, I think it's a bit of a moral obligation. There are 62 million people out there, nearly 50% of them are females, and it's very important that I have female employees and leaders in my business. So I think there's a commercial imperative, but I think there's a moral imperative that says, we need to make sure that we give everybody the same opportunities. So I think it's really important that we look at the confidence of all our employees. But in my experience, I see women, particularly when they come back, maybe after a period of parental leave, their self-confidence is not where it should be. So giving them the support to come back to work and feel that they're doing a good job is really, really important. So I think there is, and it's a bit of a generalisation, but I do think there is a confidence issue in women. I do also see men who have confidence issues, but in my personal experience, women tend to lack self-confidence. I run a Women in Leadership programme, and that is about supporting women to develop their careers and ultimately to help them get on into senior positions. I'm lucky enough to be one of 3 women on the board in O2 in the UK, but if we're going to be really gender neutral, I would need another one. But you know what, 3 is pretty good. Lord Davis set a target of trying to get 25% of females in the boardroom. We've hit that, but my view is that's only the beginning. I think it's really important that we help people understand the importance of diversity. One of the things I've done with my senior leadership team, I've put them all through some unconscious bias training. We all have biases. We don't always know what they are. So just by helping them understand what bias they might have, that has really helped their view of D&I. So that's a very practical example of how we've helped our people understand the importance of D&I. It's interesting. I don't think I've ever worked in an HR function that's been termed as compliant, and I don't particularly see myself as very compliant, but you can talk to my manager about that one. For me, successful HR functions, they're business functions. I always say to my team, you're a business person first and HR people second. If you don't understand your business, you can't be a good HR professional. So I don't think it's about compliance. I don't think it's about caring, although that is an important part of the job. Understand your business and you will be a great HR professional. We're in a situation though too where when it comes to talent and succession, a lot of the data that we've collected we've done in quite a manual way. If I had huge amounts of money to invest, I'd probably have a much more all singing, all dancing data collection when it comes to talent. But do you know what? That's not a good enough reason not to do it. It's not rocket science. We've done it probably on a very simple system. It's not a system that talks to our HR system, but we've still managed to run a very successful talent development program. So I would say, don't let it get in your way, but if you have got a system that has the functionality, use it. I think, look at the possibilities. What I see are 2 very exciting consumer-facing organisations potentially emerging if we get clearance to create what could be the biggest operator in the UK. What's not to like about that? So for me, I always like to see, the positives and the possibilities. And I think this potential merger with 3, if it goes through subject to clearance, I think it could be a great thing.